we can look at an image and which is complicated, right? Those studies you saw might have 150 slices. And our brain says, well, you know, we learned what is normal, and then we build a basic feeling for variations on normal. And many times that basic feeling is going to ignore subtle findings. On the other hand, a computer could say, you know what? There's a subtle finding here, there's a subtle finding there. You know, we actually can see these findings. They're not quite as subtle when you compare them against a normative population. And this is a pattern of abnormalities that points you at something that could indicate something else is going on.
Okay.
So while our brains tend to reject subtle findings as with being within normal limits, computers can sometimes correct that assumption and say, you know what, this is a pattern of abnormalities you need to look at because it could mean this.
And I'd like to add one point to that. You know, just part of being human, there's a very subjective nature to all personalities that you meet. It's the same with radiologists. So one radiologist may look at the same brain and say, okay, I see some temporal lobe volume loss, but I think it is commensurate with age. And another radiologist say, you know, this looks suspicious for a possible emerging neurodementia syndrome. So a key part of this technology, you know, that we've been using for 15 years is that it eliminates that radiologist's subjective component. And I can tell you that as a neuroradiologist, as my main referrers are neurologists and neurosurgeons, they very, very much appreciate having a quantitative measure and taking out that subjective component. They want all radiologist reports to kind of be in alignment with what's happening on the films, and AI helps us to do that. And it actually makes me a better neuroradiologist, because since I always run it through this software, now I actually am better at that. My subjective component has diminished because I've seen so many times when we get to this amount of brain volume loss, this is going to end up being statistically significant. Whereas someone that's never had the benefit of using that doesn't really have that, you know, sort of baseline to compare to.